Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be going over the Falcon's Talon. I believe that's what it's called anyway. It's a scimitar with 3 to 7 damage, durability 28, and it requires 23 strength and 23 dexterity.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
The Falcon's Talon is an interesting item. It definitely has some of the stats that you need on a melee weapon to make it work properly, but it's also missing some of the others. It's one of those kiss-curse scenarios where they give you one half of the equation, but then take away the other. First off, it has fastest attack. So in Diablo 2, you have increased attack speed, and to get like the specific breakpoints, you need like a massive amount of attack speed bonus and yada yada yada. But in Diablo 1, it's much simpler. There is fast attack speed, faster attack speed, and fastest attack speed. And once you have fastest attack speed, you are now attacking at the fastest rate that you possibly can. That's it. There's no other questions about it. You don't need any other increase to attack speed. You are now at the fastest. And it also has an interesting chance to hit bonus of 20%, including 10 dexterity, which is even more to hit bonus. So it actually has a pretty nice to hit bonus of 100% here from the base 75, which is actually really, really good. The main downfall of this particular item is the negative percent damage of 33%, which lowers the overall damage from what would be 3 to 7 to 3 to 5. This means that although it attacks extremely fast, it has relatively no damage in the process. And let's go take a look and see at how fast a very fast attack speed weapon can be, because fastest is, after all, the fastest speed that you can get in the game. The graphic on it is actually really nice too. It kind of reminds me of like a Roman gladius. Kind of a cool graphic. You might be able to counteract some of this with bonuses to strength, which could potentially increase the overall damage of the weapon. But in general, like, it just doesn't matter. Like, if you don't have enough damage, like, you're not really going to get the damage output that you want. Let's take a look at a regular weapon's attack speed first. So this is a regular weapon's attack speed. And then we're going to take a look at the attack speed of a fastest attack speed weapon. As you can clearly see, there is a huge difference in the attack speed of a fastest attack speed weapon versus a regular weapon that has no increase to attack speed. So although this weapon does have a relatively low damage output, it does actually have a relatively high total DPS because of how quickly it attacks, probably twice as fast as a regular weapon. The main downfall of the weapon is just the fact that it has low damage and also low durability, which is something that you might want to remedy if you actually want to use this. There are ways to increase durability in both the Hellfire expansion and also the Classic by using the shrines that increase durability on items, or by using the items in the Hellfire expansion that increase durability. And it's definitely something that you probably want to do with a weapon that attacks really, really fast. Now, the added benefit of attacking really, really fast is that you generally kind of out DPS any monster that you're attacking in a way that prevents them from being able to hit you back. It's kind of hard to notice this immediately when you first attack a monster, but like, if you're attacking with a weapon like this that attacks really, really fast, you can generally attack, number one, before they hit you. Number two, you can usually put them in some kind of hit recovery, which is really useful because then the monster can no longer attack back because they're too busy recovering from that attack. Number three, like, you can kill more monsters quicker with a weapon that attacks very quickly. So there's a lot of benefits to having a weapon like this that attacks really fast, and although there probably are better weapons in the game, this is easily the fastest weapon in the game as far as I understand, because it is essentially just fastest attack speed. So the Falcon's Talon, definitely a very interesting, unique item from a perspective of just having an item that attacks as quickly as you possibly can. The upsides is that it has good 2-hit rate, and it also has very fast attack speed. The downsides is that, well, it just doesn't really have good damage per hit. So it tends to be more like a dagger than anything else. This is probably the first introduction of a dagger, something that attacks really fast but has relatively low damage, right? I mean, they probably could have actually made a dagger like this and like given it a large amount of attack speed, but then lowered the damage on it, or just made it a really low damage base so that, you know, it just attacks really fast and does no damage. Let's check and see how much it actually sells for.
Well, what can I do for you?
1,966. Not the most amazing. I've seen a lot better than the Falcon's Talon, so not really the greatest in terms of selling either. But definitely a very good weapon. I'd say that like early on, this would definitely carry you through the early levels, no problem. To hit percent chance would definitely make it easy for you to hit targets. Your main problem is just going to be in the later levels. You're going to find that the damage of the weapon is probably too low to really get good effectiveness out of it. Other than that, there's really not much more to talk about. The Falcon's Talon. As always, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you enjoy the content. This is my full-time job, so it helps me when you help out the channel. And as always, keep watching.